What's up, good people? What's up, family? It's me, Kris Gardner, owner of the Houston Roundball Review, local name, global perspective. Late night with me, late night with KG. Let's talk Houston Rockets. Got a few minutes. It's been a hell of a week for me, people. Hell of a week. I thought I was going to say goodbye to my mom on Thursday, take her to hospice. My mom had other plans. She wasn't ready to go yet. So after almost a week, she showed signs of life on Tuesday, Wednesday, and she's still here. Saturday, she's still here. So that's where I was. That's why we started late. I started late for this show because she's still around. She's still fighting. She's still squeezing hands and being ornery in bed and things like that. So I don't know if it's a miracle coming forward or it's just not her time right now, but it wasn't her time on Thursday. I know that much. So, all right, let's talk Rockets. And I want to say this. With my mom in a facility right now, getting treatment, things of that sort, I was able to do something I haven't done in 5 years. So I spent all this time taking care of her these last 5 years. I went to an AAU event today. Saw some folks and family I hadn't seen in a long time. Saw some coaching friends and friends like that over at UH. Houston Cougars hosted an elite camp for some of the top boys high school grassroots teams in the area. Saw some up and coming talent. Saw some folks. I saw one person that is cool to you Rocket fans. He was watching, I believe he's watching his son. Rafael Stone was there at this game I saw was the Gavi Lewis Development Center. His son was playing for John Lucas's team, the JL Elite, I think 15 and under team. So Rafael Stone was in the place. Luke was there. So saw some people I had seen, coaches, and talked to Luke for a bit. May have something to store with Luke in a week or two. So stay tuned for that on the Houston Roundball Review YouTube channel. So it's just good to be back in with the basketball family like that. You guys are my family here on YouTube, so trying to get everything flowing. So, yep, it's good. So let me say hi to the family who's tuned in so far. James, Tryon, Justin Singleton, KDC, Asleep Art. Welcome. Thank you guys for tuning in as always. KDC, Haas Martinez, thank you as well. Hotman966, Mike Will. So let's talk some Rockets. I'm not sure how long I'm going to do it tonight. I wanted to keep my promise if I could to have a show today. So it's a little later than usual. So let me post this right here from Justin. What's this rumor about the Rockets wanting to extend Christian Wood? It goes back to, I think we talked about it last week, about money. If they could agree on some numbers that make sense for both sides, I wouldn't do it, but I would not be surprised if that happened. Y'all know how I feel about C. Wood. But if the money makes sense for both sides, it would not shock me. The Rockets organization, I think, thinks higher of C. Wood than we do here on Let's Talk Houston Rockets. But, that could be smokescreen right now, trying to entice another team, possibly who is interested in Jaden Ivey, want to move to the third spot. So see how popular I am? I'm getting text messages now. So look at that. So, but we got 12 days before the draft on June 23rd. Brandon Thomas missed the 33 wins. Tuning in. If you're the Rockets, what money? Years. I think, what did I say? 17 million per, I think. 17 million per. It's not above 20. I know that for sure. And, I'm Rafael in the Rocket front office, but I'm not here. I just don't believe Christian Wood is the answer long-term for the Rockets. His defense is just not good enough for me. So, but the Rockets think different, possibly. So, KDC agrees with that. Possibly 17 million per for C. Wood. So, we shall see if it happens. And see, another person say they keep C Wood for $17 million a year. See, initially, early in last season, C Wood said he believed he was a max player, max contract player, and none of us thought that. No way in hell thought that. I choose to believe he has come off that demand. And if that is the case, and he's willing to accept around 17 mil, then I could see him and the Rockets agreeing. Like I said, doesn't mean I would do it, but around that number, we got a hell no right here. so we shall see what happens with the Rockets on that front. I think Christian Wood, maybe he might be tired of moving around, but honestly, if the Rockets have a great offer to move up to get a better pick, then they need to do it. Christian Wood is a nice fit and all that, but I don't believe Christian Wood is a long-term answer here for the Rockets. That's just me. I don't believe that at all. So, but I'm not going to change that. So, Victor, what's up? Thank you very much for that. I'll thank you for that. That's probably not quite accurate, because I divide up my time in covering the Cougs and other teams as well. We got a lot more colleagues who focus on the Rockets in town. I'm trying to cover basketball in town. So, but Victor, what do you say about that? Would you be good to keep C Wood at 17 mil per year if that's what he is willing to do? I think 20 million and up is too high, but we'll see what he wants to do, what it comes down to. And no, I did not talk to Rafael about Rocket stuff, nothing like that. Like I said, he was supporting his son today on UH campus as part of the Houston Cougars elite camp. So there's a time and place for all that stuff. One of my buddies was introduced himself to Rafael, so they were connected. So that was good to see. It's all about networking today, so that was a positive because it was a spur of the moment thing. My man said, "Hey, man, I'm up here, UH, come through." So that's what I did. But so it was good to see some folks and some coaching friends and things like that. And they also all asked about how my mom was doing. So a lot of them. It's a basketball family, people. You guys are part of the basketball family here, extended on the YouTube channel. So I've been a part of the family for a long time. I hope to be a part of it many more years to come. But Christian Wood at 17 mil, a lot of folks think that's a steal. It seems, and it's different, that this week more and more talk has resumed that Portland may be interested in trading the 7th pick to Detroit for Jeremy Grant. It's like a tide, ebbs and flows, because for a while there, that was at a cooled off. So now it seems to be heating up again. So we'll see if that happens with the Blazers trading the 7th pick to Detroit for Jeremy Grant instead of proposed deals here for, C Wood and 7, C Wood and Jayshawn Tate to the Blazers for 7. So we shall see. But like I said, the closer we get to June 23rd, more rumors are going to heat up. And I've maintained, anyone new to the stream, not all, most of deals that get done in the NBA are ones that we don't hear about. The ones that aren't rumored, the ones that aren't leaked. Many of the deals that are rumored and leaked is to try to get leverage from one side or the other. So just keep that in mind. So not saying all of them, of course, but many of the rumors that we hear and will hear between now and June 23rd, most of them are just that. It's just one. It's like an agent trying to drum up interest for his client. So just keep that in mind as you hear about all that going forward. So Shaedon Sharpe at 7, depends on workouts. I think some folks kind of leery about him, being 5 or 6. So 7 could be about right. We were talking about it mock draft today about what the Rockets are going to do at 3. One of my buddies asking me today, would it be Chet at 3? And I still maintain Chet won't be there at 3. But I still don't want the Rockets to draft Jaden Ivey at 3, I want them to draft a big man, one of the 3 skilled big men, Jabari, Chet, or Paolo. Would I be shocked if they went Jaden Ivey? No. Would I agree with it? No. But it's y'all's Rockets. Rockets still in love with the small ball stuff and all that. So, but Rockets need to draft, in my opinion, if I were the GM, a big man with a 3rd pick, not another guard. So let me be clear on that. You see young guys working out in the gym on Rockets Twitter. Yep, they're in town. Let me answer this one from Justin as well. I am satisfied that Michael Jordan did not hire Mike D'Antoni to coach the Hornets, because at least Kenny Atkinson has some affinity toward defense. And Mike D'Antoni is not really a defensive-minded guy. He kind of grew into that in sort of end of his Rocket tenure, but no. So Kenny Atkinson is better fit, I think, for the Hornets. And I think the Hornets, with some tweaks here, personnel-wise, philosophy-wise, definitely will be a better defensive team. And that's what they need. They got enough offense. They need to be better defensively. It's part of the youngsters got to grow up and learn how to play defense. Paolo or Smith, let me put that up there. Where was it there? From Brandon. Oh, Brandon being confident now. He knows what's best. Look at that, family. Brandon knows what's best. We'll draft Paolo or Jabari Smith. Okay, so Brandon Thomas, where do you have Chet going? 2? It's 1 or 2. So, would you take Ivy if Rockets pull off an Ayton trade? Put that up there. Who is involved in that trade right there? Because, if they're giving up Scoot part of that deal, something like that, who are they giving up to get DeAndre Ayton? Because sign and trade would be the best fit for the Suns. Makes sense for the Suns to do that, be a sign and trade format. So who would the Rockets be giving up for that? I'm just not a small ball fan. Jaden Ivey, I saw a colleague a few days ago, might be yesterday, concerns about Jaden's defense. Well, he fit in right here with the Rockets. Rockets have talked this summer that they want to get better on defense. Well, y'all need to prove it. Y'all got to show it this time. And started emphasizing it a little bit in summer league, and then training camp, preseason. Defense will help Rockets win more games. Defense, the sooner the Rockets become a better defensive team, the more wins they'll get, and the better chances they'll have to sniff the play-in this coming season, and then help make the fans happy with more wins, and then get close to the playoffs. Is on the defensive end. Rockets' firepower will get better as they mature. Defensively, where they hang their hat. So, give up Wood. Put this up. Oh, got Mike Willard and his great phrases. Small balls like dating that fine ass dime, but she don't cook, clean, or work. She just look good in your arm. No argument for me. No argument for me at all on that. So, but no word officially on. Well, let me be quiet. No official word on assistant coaches, but I sure thought I saw somebody today while I was at UH. And I'll just leave it at that. So, he should look familiar. So, maybe Rockets give up Wood and Eric Gordon, another first-round pick for Aiden. Oh yeah, we know. Well, we've said here many times on these streams that CP has wanted Eric Gordon. It sure seems like last few days more and more colleagues have been open to the fact that Phoenix is going to trade Aiden. So we'll see. I guess it got bad enough for them to entertain offers. So if they get a good offer that makes sense for them, they'll do it. So, Quinn Snyder most likely Quinn's going to take a year off, and be head coach next season for the 23-24 season. I think he's still recovering from hip surgery, and probably Quinn Snyder probably be on TV as an analyst this coming season. Earn an easy check and then get back to head coaching another season. Brandon just tossing out all kinds of stuff. DeAndre Ayton has been rumored to Detroit. Yep, I've seen that. I've heard that. It's being discussed. We'll see if they do that. Obviously, money's got to agree on numbers, and then if they do that, that'd be a sign that the front office in Detroit really wants to get back to winning this season in a hurry. Solo, what's up? How you doing? Thank you for tuning in. That's the question. Who was it? Was it Mark Stein, NBA guy Mark Stein? Somebody. Where I think I read this comment that DeAndre Ayton stays up all hours of the night gaming. I'm like, wow, really? He does that? That's what he does with his time off? He's a gamer? He's a hardcore gamer? He doesn't sleep enough? Okay, youngsters, it's a different generation, but damn. All right, but that's kind of strange. But I think somebody wrote about that. So that kind of surprised me. But I don't know. So we were talking about that, about Seawood staying. Like I said, Seawood can stay if he wants to lower his money, his asking price. And if his asking price is like $17 million, I don't know if that's what it is, but if it is about that, I can see the Rockets being okay with that. So Brand says he got his own Twitch channel. All right. Wood, Gordon, Tate, 17, future first for Ayton. But thing is, if Phoenix is willing to give up Ayton, some of these things are true about his late nights as a gamer and all those kind of things. And if he had an issue with Monty Williams and burned the bridge there, would the Rockets want to take a chance on him? If those kind of things have to be a question they'd want to answer before pulling the trigger on that. And then, of course, how much money does DeAndre Ayton want? If he wants max money, okay. Question for all you folks tuning in right now: is DeAndre Ayton, in y'all's opinion, worth max money? And since DeAndre 24, what is he worth? I'm not sure what he's eligible for. 28 million? Would y'all want him at 28 million for the Rockets if it meant Seawood being gone? So Mike Will says it's coming right there. Ayton's a little too soft mentally and physically. So add those two concerns for max money for him. Would y'all want a guy like that who's a little soft mentally and physically at max money? Rocket fans, I'll answer that. Let's see. Caleb, we're talking Seawood money. First, that was the first comment. Seawood with y'all, but most of the Rocket fans who are tuning in, participating in this Let's Talk Houston Rockets stream, would be good with the Rockets signing Chris Wood to an extension if it averaged out to about $17 million per. And so about 3-4 years. Yeah. Ayton is a restricted free agent. 4 years. Sign and trade. Now see, sign and trade, and we get in particular because if we sign and trade, then maybe he could get that extra year from Phoenix as part of the deal, since the Suns agreed to trade him for that. Would they do that? So, but all right, Brandon says 22 million per would be a good fit, but don't see him as a good fit for the Rockets. What I'm saying, I'm asking y'all, what if he wants more than that? What if he wants 25 million, 25, 28 million? So that's what I'm asking you guys. Would y'all want that? And how would he fit with Paolo? With LP? So what would you do with that? Who would be, let's see, what does the market dictate? Because you have seen role players get big money. Well, DeAndre wants max money. He wants max contract. And I think Phoenix did not want to give him that before the start of last season, and that's why they didn't reach an agreement. So that could be rubbing him wrong and why he's holding on to that, why he didn't do it before the start of last season, and he's still unhappy about that. Maybe he's holding a grudge. Part of that, I don't know. Get Mitchell Robinson from New York. Probably needs to lose some weight. And let me see, where was that? Where this Mike OZ, right? Mike. Instead of Christian Wood, would y'all want Mitchell Robinson instead of Christian? Is that an upgrade? Mitchell Robinson defensively is probably an upgrade, but offensively, sure as heck isn't. So would y'all want that? Duncan Robinson, horrible contract. Christian Wood, if they gave us a pick and return, I put that out there for the fans. Would y'all want to do this? Take back Duncan Robinson's horrible contract for Christian Wood. No, too many guards for me. If Miami gave up a pick and return, or let him walk for nothing rather than take on bad money. I doubt the Rockets let Christian Wood walk for nothing. They'll get something for him. Too many assets for that. What max contract players are out there in 23? 23, that's a banner. That's a much better year free agent wise than this summer. I think the best free agent this summer is Zach LaVine. And the only reason Zach LaVine is even thought about leaving is what LaVar Ball said. Zach's not happy in Chicago. He wasn't happy with DeMar DeRozan getting more shine this season. But I mean, Zach LaVine, it made it work. So if Zach LaVine is not available, then who else is? That's a top tier talent. There's not many up there. Still got Coach Wall and his money. Wait for the Rockets to agree to a buyout. Malik Monk is unrestricted. Malik's 24. Done playing defense. He's a guard. So Duncan Robinson wouldn't fit on the Rockets. Not at all. Not at all, in my opinion. But yeah, Rockets should not do that. John Wall is correct. Let me put that up there. Sleep Art, thank you very much for the super sticker. We're going to put up the Coach Wall note here. Technically, he is a free agent in 23 because this season, this $47 million is the last year of his current deal. He and the Rockets have yet to agree to a buyout, which, heaven help me, needs to happen for both sides because Kelly Iko, and I think one of his articles for The Athletic this week, he put it out there in the universe, I think discussing with John Hollinger about the possibility of John Wall being on the Rockets roster again this season, getting a check and not playing. He put it out there in the universe, and I was like, oh, no. Hell no. Please no. But, if John is set in no buyout, nobody's going to trade for him. Not going to give up an asset for him. So, come on, John. If you want to play this season, you got to agree to a buyout. Because the Rockets aren't going to play you here unless you finally change your tune and agree to come off the bench, which none of us on here believe that you will do, even though you probably should. But you get paid not to play and getting paid $47.4 million to not play. So Osvaldo putting it out there for Mark Williams. Osvaldo, you talking about Mark Williams at 17? Sound like he'll be gone before then. Wouldn't Tate or Gordon for Julius Randle? Nope. Julius Style wouldn't fit with the Rockets. Not going to work here. Won't fit. Not at all. So, no, that's not happening. Nope. And Russell Westbrook, the Lakers aren't going to give up. The Lakers seem firm. I'll never say never, but it seemed like the Lakers are not going to trade a first-round pick in a deal for Russ. So they're going to maintain the few assets they have. And as long as they stick to that, then that means Russ is going to be with the Lakers. Whew, boy, imagine that. Darvin Ham said a lot of good things about Russ at that press conference. Saying it now in summertime is one thing. seeing it in practice come September is another. So we'll see how that all fits. But that's the Lakers issue, not a Rockets issue. I think Dennis is going to try to latch on with a playoff / championship contender. And that's not the Rockets. We all agree on that. This coming season, Rockets are not a playoff team yet. And they're definitely not a championship contender yet. So Dennis did a good job here. Good leader here. He said he wants to get a chance to win. So now, of course, the Rockets step up and show him some money. Maybe a 1-year deal with probably a team option for $10 million per. Maybe Dennis consider that, because as we know, he's turned down money before. So listen to the wrong folks and turn down big money. I don't think he'll do that again. Why I said this, thank you very much. Mike, you putting it out there. Teams who trade for us, they're going to want to pick to take on Russ's $47 million. Lakers not going to do that right now. It probably helps the Lakers if Russ plays well early in the season and increases his trade value. Maybe a team would decide to do that. But right now, I don't see the Lakers doing that. They're going to try to make it work. They're going to try to hammer that square peg in that round hole, whatever the analogy is. Terry Agent, what's up how are you doing in New Zealand? Here we're in the States. It's pretty early for Terry. It's late here for us, almost 10 o'clock Central Time here for us. But JT Hines, G, I'm gonna put that up there. How much I think John wants in a buyout is probably $30 million. That's what John would like in a buyout. I think they're going to probably agree to something closer to $20 million. 25 is probably high, but ultimately John would want $47 million for a buyout, but that's not a buyout. But I say probably he wants 30, would like 30 to 35. And Rockets probably want 20 to 25. It's 3 p.m. on Sunday in New Zealand. So it's a great time for Terry to join us and participate in the Let's Talk Houston Rockets. So I'm rolling today, late night. So I'm feeling pretty good. I'm at ease with things I saw this week. With my mom, other things. I feel good about things right now. I'm at peace with anything that happens. I'm at peace with everything. Jalen Green is busy doing, young fella broadening his brand as he should. Clothing line, and then of course the East Asia league he's an ambassador with. That deal's going on. That league starts in October of this year. The Final Four tournament will be March of next year. $1 million payout to the winner. So good for Jalen to be part of that. We know John Wall doesn't want a buyout. He needs a buyout. Rockets need to agree to a buyout to get John Wall out of here and not pay this man a second season for not playing. We all agree to that. I hope at some point the Rockets agree to that too. If it's not June, July, August, at some point, get it done. Make a buyout. Money coming off the books next summer anyway. So agree to a buyout. Let him go sign with a team that he believes he can help and try to recoup some of the money he lost with the buyout. And everybody be happy. Rockets move on with the youngsters in the backcourt and hopefully not start Eric Gordon and bring him off the bench and go from there. So, Brandon, I don't know about that. Let me put this up there because they're not as tall. And I'm picky on that. Jalen and Josh being next to Tatum and Brown. So that includes the turnovers and the awful passes and the bad shot selection that those two have sometimes. And they just displayed last night in the fourth quarter when they had a chance to kill the Warriors, go 3-1. When they just gave the game away and gave Steph a chance to kill him, and Steph did. So you want that part of Jalen Green and Josh Christopher to be like Jason and Jalen. So okay, dynamic duo. Well, Jalen and Jason Tatum are pretty good, but they got to learn how to step on people's throats and finish them, because they blew it last night. They really did. They blew it last night, and they may not come back win this series now because of it. So, but yep, it's good to see the youngsters, young Rockets core working out. So it's part of shots fired of those outsiders who talking about questioning the Rockets' young leadership and the values of the culture of this team. The youngsters are proving the culture of this team is going to be fine going forward. Fine. It's going to be just fine. These guys want to win. These guys are winners. They're tired of losing. Now they got to learn how to win. First things first, you got to hate losing. And they've done that. They experienced that enough last year. They're going to go through some more growing pains this year. Rockets on the right track. Eco and my man JL3, JL Edwards III, beat writer for Detroit, put together a little thing. I said this. I don't think I mentioned it on here. I may have early on in some of the earlier Rockets live streams, but I know I mentioned it on some of my appearances here in other shows in town. I could see the Rockets and Detroit Pistons playing in the finals in about 5 years, because I believe both teams are on the right track with their young cores. So I truly believe that in about 5 years, I can see both of them meeting in the finals. Who do I think would be the top teams in biggest competition in the West in 4 to 6 years? Ooh, that's a good question. 4 to 6 years. Memphis probably be toward the end for them. Most of the current good/great teams won't be. The Quinn Snyder-led Spurs could be in that mix. Rockets should be in that mix. With all the draft picks and young talent they have, OKC could be in that mix. So Memphis could be one, Rockets, OKC, a lot of things happen in 4 to 6 years. Spurs, maybe. So we could see. That's a good little discussion going on down there. Why doesn't put that out there? This question here for folks to kick around. Why does mainstream media have a bad view on the Rockets when Thunder? Well, those two teams are worse. They've been losing longer than the Rockets have. So, it's perception. We could say it how we Terry, I know you're in New Zealand, but as a Rocket fan, I'm sure you've seen it in Rockets Twitter. H-Town versus everybody. It just seems like national media hate on Houston teams. They hate on the Rockets, hate on the Astros, hate on the Cougs. It just seems to be the thing to do. Hate on Houston area teams. Why that is, don't care. As long as the teams in town win, you can just shake off that hate and keep it moving. Colin Sexton to the Rockets. Brandon, you active this week, Brandon. I guess the 9:30 suits you, huh? Because you really rolling today. But Colin Sexton to the Rockets. Colin's a great scorer. His defense is a rumor, too. My man doesn't play defense at all and barely passes the ball. Why would Rockets want him? Rockets got firepower. I don't. What fit would that do? I don't agree with that fit at all. So, everybody hates on Houston. It's a badge of pride that people from Houston wear. We like it. We don't care. That's why winning championships in Houston for Houston teams is even that much sweeter. Because the haters can say what they want. They can just hold up that ring and that trophy and say, oh, well, salute to you. Do I still think it's time for Sam Presti to pull out do something with some of these picks that he's hoarded. So he might, he's not going to touch John Wall. It would be a Sam Presti thing to do, but you need to turn those picks into some players. How many first-round picks do they have the next 8 years? 20? I mean, something ridiculous. 33 picks overall, first and second round picks for the next 8 years, something like that. They're young, very young. Some talent, good pieces there. Town probably get some veterans who want to stay there and help them win. OKC trying to get Shaedon Sharpe. Shaedon Sharpe is not worth the second pick in the draft. I don't believe that for sure. But, you know, they got picks. They can do that. But what's being said about 17th pick at the moment? What's the latest? We're still with Eason. Rockets haven't. I have not heard anything about. And Terry I know about. Dominic Barlow. Name doesn't ring a bell for me, Terry. Gee, I did not see the Rockets keeping Bruno around, much to my dismay. I wish they would. They need a banger in the front court. Just to go in, get some boards, throw his body around, pick up some fouls, lay some lumber on some folks. I like that. Y'all know that's what I like. Got to be physical up front. You know, set the tone with the front court players sometimes. Don't get punked. So right now, Rockets are going to keep 17th pick. Workouts and things will get hot and heavy these next 11 days. And rumors and things of that sort. Rafael won't play, tip his hand to me if I see him again at UH. Nothing like that. You know, he'll be cordial and talk about his son. Won't talk about deals, stuff like that. But it's good to see him today as well. For those who joined in late, I was able to stop by UH to see their elite camp. I saw John Lucas. Rafael Stone was there watching his son play. Coaching friends hadn't seen in a while. Members of the Coug staff. Most of the Coug players are there running the scoreboard, including Jarris Walker. Going to say this name one more time. Jarris Walker should be one and done. Should be next year's draft. Jarris Walker from Houston Cougars, 5-star talent. So, but wouldn't it be good if C. Wood could be like Mr. Williams, Robert Williams for Boston? But Christian Wood is a better offensive player than Robert Williams. But Robert Williams has one glaring weakness. Young fella does not know how to step out on a high screen and roll. He hands down, man down. That's like I know he is being taught in the film sessions and video sessions. Robert, step out on these high screens. Don't give Steph any room to breathe. Robert, put your hands up. Robert, step out. Robert, don't be 8 feet from Steph. 4 games in. Young fella still doing the same thing. Same thing. 4 games in this series, he's still making the same mistake. Damn, man. What's it going to take for Steph to get 80 on y'all? On you? They picking on him. No, I don't blame him. Why not? If the man going to make the same mistake over and over again, keep running the same play. So, but that's him. That's a big hole in his game because he can make, weak side shot block and all that in the paint. But man, on a perimeter, snoozing. Come on, man. We know Steph is an elite player. We know Steph can make Al Horford too. He's too old to be making those mistakes. I know Steph is a great shooter and he makes tough shots sometimes, but man, don't give him open shots with no hand in his face. Goodness gracious, people, come on. Could Oos become a Robert Williams type for the Rockets? Let me put that up there. I don't know if Oos is a shot blocker that Robert Williams is. I think Oos is a better individual one-on-one defender than Robert is. Oos moves his feet better, but I think Robert has the shot blocking advantage and edge over Oos. But we'll see. We'll see more of Oos in Summer League. Give him more run, get him more experience. So, but yeah, Al Horford and Robert Williams, both of them leaving Steph wide open on these high screen rolls. Likewise, series 2 too. Y'all could have won. Y'all should have won game 4. That's on y'all. Y'all living, not learning. 4 games in, making the same mistakes. 4 games in, making the same mistakes. It might cost you a championship. But Bruno, good luck to Bruno, because I don't believe he's going to be with the Rockets anymore. And Jason Tatum needs to play better. Agreed. He said it. I think he said it after 4 games. He must be better. Yes, Jason, we know that. When are you going to be better? When are you going to stop turning the ball over? When are you going to be more consistent on your offense? When are you going to do all those things to help your team win? When are you going to stop crying to the refs? Every drive. Foul, ref, foul. Give me a break, Jason. Grown-ass man crying like that, please. But anyway, it's part of youngsters in today's game. So, I mean, they cry a lot. They see the veterans do it. They cry. They see Draymond cry and bitch to the refs and don't get anything done to them, so they do it too. So, but anyway, I digress on all that stuff. Don't get me started. I'm rolling right there. Jason Tate. I mean, his contract is $1.8 million. Rockets write that check tomorrow. Make that done. The question is what they're going to give him in a long-term deal. Jason Tate, 6'4". I don't want a 6'4" power forward, especially as a starter. So, Jason come off the bench, make the bench stronger. But I don't want a 6'4" forward on my team. Starting for my team. But the Rockets think different. Paolo get that pick at 3. Paolo become a starter. Bring Jason off the bench. So that's what they need to do to improve the bench. Bring Jason off the bench. Get taller in the front court. More skilled players up front. I'm a broken record, but that's what I maintain. That's what I believe. More height up front. And if you got taller players, more athletic, long arm players, more effective defensively, you can switch and do a better job defensively. Then Rockets, Garrison Matthews is going to be here probably another season, but I don't see him being a long-term fit here when the Rockets are playing for a championship. Don't see it. Nope. That's me. He'd have to really, really improve defensively, but no, I don't see him being a long-term fit on here. No. Team workouts, some by Mr. Eason, but that could be, smoke screens. A lot of stuff that I see here, read, if it's not from folks that I know and trust, I just take it with a grain of salt. I take it, from perspective that could be a team blowing smoke, so they want Easton to fall to them. So we're less than 2 weeks from the draft. It's BS time. All across the league. It's going to be so much tossed around about, well, he didn't look good in his workout. Well, he really didn't look good. He was. Okay. And then come draft night, what's the so-and-so pick? They take, I thought you said he didn't look good in his workout. Oh, we were lying. So, whatever. So it's BS time now between now and draft night. We're going to see a whole bunch of stuff. Any of the top prospects ran practice with the squad yet, like Jalen did last year? I haven't heard that. Probably Eco would know it. I could reach out to him and ask him about that. Brandon KPJ come off the bench. Only what happened if Rockets draft Jaden Ivey. So unless that happens, I don't see Scoop coming off the bench. Scoop could be the small forward and Eric Gordon come off the bench and do that. Because, man, but, Paolo smoke screens, Chet this, Jabbar, whatever. I've learned over the years that not to read too much into any of this stuff. Now, only stuff that I would believe if there were red flags due to medical concerns. Something like that, I believe. There's other stuff about he didn't look good in the workout, or he didn't want to work out. He didn't look good in the 3-on-3 we ran, or he didn't look good in The 1-on-9, whatever. Oh, he looked great. He blew us away in a 1-on-9. All right, that's good. Basketball's 5-on-5, but okay, whatever. So medical concerns, okay. Red flags about that. Medical issues, I believe all that. This other kind of stuff, don't care. Don't read anything to it. If I didn't hear from the person who was there directly, who saw the workout, don't care. Don't care one way or the other. Don't care. So AJ Griffin, yeah, I'll be shocked if AJ Griffin is available at 17 to the Rockets. Somebody's probably going to fall. I think the green room, who was it? Was 11 guys that ESPN, Jonathan Gavoni, has tweeted out about have been reportedly invited to the green room. Most years, if a player is invited to the green room, they are drafted in the first round. Most years. It doesn't happen all the time. There's always somebody that falls down, and every so often lasts till the early part of the second round. But those are rare instances. But we shall see. I'm just saying right now, this is my thing, trying to be like Mike Will. From now till draft night, it's BS time across the NBA. Draft Twitter, fan Twitter, it's BS time. There's going to be people talking about all kinds of stuff for clicks, to try to get leverage. That's what it is. It's BS time in full effect. So be careful who you trust. Be careful what you read and the sources. Consider the sources of that information and all this. Well, I heard this, or sources say that, or all right, whatever. But yeah, Ty Washington seemed like he will be at 17. Marjon Beauchamp, definitely he'll be there at 17. I don't think Rockets will draft him at 17. I think he's more later than 20s, if not second round. Easton probably still be there. Mark Williams most likely won't be there. Paolo over Ivy. How deep is this year's draft? Elite-wise, not very deep. Talent-wise, about everybody being about the same. It's deep enough, but it's not. I don't believe it's a lot of elite players from this draft. It's not like the top heavy of last year's draft. I'm not sure how many of these guys in this year's draft will have all NBA / Hall of Fame careers. A lot of these guys could be fourth or fifth men on great teams. That kind of player. Most of those like that. James Wiseman. Fans love James Wiseman. I want to see James Wiseman healthy first. That's what I want to see. I want to see James Wiseman healthy. That's first things first. Wouldn't trade for him until he got healthy, until he could pass a physical. That's what I want to see. So Paolo's a perfect fit, man. Work with Dream. Paolo, less things change. Jabari, Chet, 1, 2, you figure out whatever, flip a coin. And Paolo at 3. I'm set on that. Rockets need to draft one of those 3, not Jaden Ivey, not Shaedon Sharpe, not Johnny Davis. One of the 3 skilled big men. I saw what Kenny Simmons, where is it? I saw what Kenny said about, and Kenny gonna say that because he's part of the team. He's part of those Rocket teams that won. And the folks who don't agree with it are haters on the Rockets. Some of those folks who don't agree with that act like those 2 championships that the Rockets won don't count. As if Michael Jordan did not lose to the Orlando Magic that first year that he came back. Folks forget that. I mean, Michael Jordan, as great as he is, boy, folks have so much revisionist history with that man. I mean, he lost. He came back. At first, he came back and he lost in the first round of playoffs. But, Jordan can't do no wrong. It's amazing how some national media just believe that. It's like Mike didn't win a championship his first 6-7 years in the league. And there were people who questioned Michael Jordan's leadership ability to win a championship. Mike broke through, and then Mike never lost a championship the rest of his life. I mean, okay, it's wonder how y'all work, how y'all forget that kind of stuff. But why not start? Timothy, thank you. Your name I haven't seen. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Let's Talk Houston Rockets live stream here on the Houston Roundball Review YouTube channel. KD Martin, as folks have pointed out here, his ball handling skills aren't good enough. His three-point shooting game is not consistent enough. You got to add more to his game offensively. His defense has improved, but he's got more work. He's got to earn that starting small forward spot. He has to earn it, and he has to do a lot to earn it. So, I'm gonna put this up here because it's like folks forgot. It's like folks forgot about this. Like this didn't happen. It's like Orlando didn't beat the Bulls. It's like it didn't happen. But Jordan, he conned a lot of folks. Act like Mike never lost a game in his NBA career. It's amazing how you become a fan favorite, man. People just forget things. But you come here for the truth, for my take on things. How I remember things. I remember that. I also know that Mike didn't win a ring without Scottie Pippen. I know that too. I know that for a fact. I know that Mike did not win a ring without Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen led the Bulls to the conference finals without Mike. I know that too. But folks, just y'all ride Mike all you want to. I ain't one for that. Not here. That's the bad boy in me coming out. Not here. Not anytime. Won't be on this channel. Trust and believe that. Not here. But it's about the Rockets. I would have loved to have seen it. But it didn't happen. It's cool to talk about all that stuff, after the fact. But let's talk about these Rockets. And what these Rockets can do. The Kings at 4. The draft probably starts at 4. It probably starts at 4. I believe the Kings should draft Keegan Murray if they want an impact rookie this season to help them in their playoff drought. Keegan Murray probably that better impact player for them now. But it's the Kings. There's a reason why they have made the playoffs in 17 seasons in a row. So, but I think the draft probably starts with them at 4 because I don't believe the top three is, I'm just sticking with it, is Jabari, Chet, Paolo. Pick an order of those three, but Jabari, Chet, Paolo, Chet, Jabari, Paolo, Chet, Paolo, Jabari, whatever. I think the first 3 is set. Oh, Cherry, we talked about it. Like I said, I think Seawood had an epiphany and realized he wasn't going to get max dollars and woke up and realized he likes it here. As long as he and the Rockets agree on a salary number, and the number I toss out there is $17 million per. Most Rocket fans on here are good with that. So, okay. Doesn't mean that he can be happy that he's here. He can say that all he wants to. Doesn't mean that an NBA team called Rafael Stone and said, hey, we're going to give you what you want. We want Christian Wood. Rafael says, done. So, yeah, it's great to see Wood can say all the right things, whatever. Team make him a great offer. See Wood going to be traded. So that's also true. But it's good for him to come back to reality or accept reality about money. Not a nice player. That means that's true. LP, like LP, love his footwork, love his passing. I love LP wanting to defend other team's best big man. Love that. Accept that challenge. And then go out there and do the work. Does he have room for improvement? Of course he does. Christian Wood has said it. He stopped saying it, and then he stopped doing it. And then we saw him kind of run away from bigger people, big men, and let LP do it. Where is my man Sandoval? Sandoval can light it up about C. Wood running from big centers, physical centers. LP embraces that challenge. Respect that. Christian Wood talked it and then ran from it. Don't respect that. Don't respect that. So I'm sticking with it. Paolo Banchero at 3. And then you have a Paolo, C. Wood, possibly C. Wood, Sengun rotation. It's not a bad big man rotation right there. That's not bad. As long as Christian Wood is good with that and doesn't rock the boat and complain about not getting touches and all the other kind of stuff. If he's good with that, see, we're talking about a lot of ifs. Christian Wood does this. If Christian Wood agrees to a reasonable salary, if he does this, if he becomes a better defensive player, if he becomes a better passer, if he becomes a better leader, all these things. If he stops getting bodied by 6'3" guards. That's a lot of ifs, fans. That's a lot of ifs for some of these Rocket fans who are okay with Christian Wood staying with the team. All right, what if Christian Wood is not happy with a lesser role with LP and Banchero or LP and Chet? What if he starts complaining? He's done it before, as y'all know. So we'll see about that. C. Wood, I think C. Wood he's a better perimeter player. Koyo Falco, what's up? I'm doing all right. Good to see you here. Thank you for joining us. A lot of folks on here. Y'all seem to like this late start, this late night with KG. Glad to do it. Glad to be able to do it. We're talking Christian Wood and possibly him remaining with the Rockets. Boy, it's amazing how things change. What was it? I talked to Eco 2 weeks ago. And Jonathan Fagan as well. And Jonathan, at that time, we talked, and if you haven't seen it, it's on the Houston Roundball Review YouTube channel. Jonathan seemed to be stunned when I suggested the possibility of Christian Wood being a Rocket in February at the trade deadline in February of next year. So now, fast forward to June 11th, and people acting like Christian will be here with the Rockets long term. Never say never. We'll see how it all plays out. I don't, want to get too much into all the hypotheticals and all that kind of stuff. But we'll see. Anybody can get traded. And definitely Christian Wood can get traded. Okay. Brandon F likes 9:30 on a Saturday. Works a little bit better than 8 o'clock on Saturday. So we'll see. At my age, getting close to my bedtime, I'm old, so I got to get my sleep. But, this is fun. And clearly this is a summertime thing because once the season starts, on Saturdays I'll be at games somewhere, hopefully, get back into the groove of that. Hopefully you'll be able to get back on the road like I used to in my younger days. So, oh yeah, Rockets organization is high on Christian Wood. Much higher on Christian Wood than we are. But like I said, within last 3 to 4 weeks, Christian Wood was going to be traded. And now this week, oh no, we believe in him long term. Mm-hmm. All right, some conversations have been had, could be along the lines of, wow, we're not getting the value in return that we think we should get for Christian. So maybe that's why the Rockets have kind of cooled off on those things. Other teams' perceptions of C. Wood are not as high as the Rockets' perception of C. Wood. That could also be a slap in the face for the Rockets franchise. Other teams be like, you want what for who? Yeah, no, not doing it. Call us back when you wake up to reality. So no, that could be part of it as well. And this could all be a smokescreen. Rockets trying to get leverage from a team that they had initial discussions with, and they're like, come back to us when you make a more reasonable offer. So that could also be in play also. So let me see here. I think Jason Nix will get a lot of run in Vegas in Summer League. Traveling Queen. He's too good for the G League. I've said that before. He's too good for the G League. He's just kind of a tweener. He needs to be in the right spot, right fit NBA team, and we'll see. He's too good for the G League, and I'm not sure he's good enough to stay and stick with the NBA team. MVP. Good luck on your math finals. Truly, good luck on that. Thank you for taking time to away from a study break. You know, if you're taking time out from studying to talk to Rockets, appreciate it. Yes, I do think Dacian needs to lose some weight. Yes, I do. And put that out there. Yes, I do. Because I think from folks I trust, he was slimmer during high school and AAU / grassroots games. And then he's put on more LBs and all those things. So, yes. I would not put Traveling Queen in small forward. Nope. Not a starter. Nope. I just don't believe he might be maybe a ninth man on a good team. I just don't see that in him beyond maybe a ninth man on a very good team. So, you know, he can do some things, but for a championship team, you know, hey, if he's good with being a 10, 11, 12 man for a winning team, for a playoff team, okay, he can do that. If he could become like the David Nwaba role, maybe like that, you know. If he's good with that, okay, maybe, you know. Kevin Martin, I don't know about that, Brandon. Kevin Martin who could light it up with his strange, awkward release. But I'm assuming he'll get a chance in Vegas in Summer League to showcase what he can do, not just for the Rockets, but for other NBA teams. And it's all about opportunities, fit, and capitalizing on your opportunity, maximizing it. So I wish him well. But he has proven he's too good for the G League. He's proven that. Now let's see if he can stick with the NBA team. So let's see. I think Rockets will trade for a center in the second round or buy a pick. Or maybe I do believe the Rockets will probably get into the second round, do something to get a pick in the second round. And if they do that, though, I wonder if it'll be in the 30s or 40s, because the later you get into it, you just hope you can get guys undrafted, as you know, undrafted free agents, and you know, cost you less. So if there's somebody that we have their mindset on, if they believe that there's somebody available in the early second round who they have as a first round grade, yes, I think they'll definitely do that for sure. Some undrafted free agents on the Summer League training camp, oh, for sure. No doubt. Definitely that way to go right there, for sure. Definitely. Kenneth Lofton. I haven't read much about Junior in workouts, NBA workouts. I saw the Nuggets posted pictures or tweeted pictures that Cougar big man Fabian White was in working out with them. I haven't seen much stuff on Junior, Kenneth Lofton, an NBA team, the workouts. Do I think Marcus Sasser has a breakout season? Yes. Do I think he gets drafted in the first round? The guard spot is not, for 2023, is not considered very deep. So that could help his case to get drafted late first round. Hope that works out for him. So obviously he needs to stay healthy for the whole season. But yeah, skill set wise, if he, I'm not gonna say becomes All-American because there have been All-Americans, especially in the front court, that get drafted in the second round. So that's not being All-American no longer a prerequisite of going in the first round in the NBA drafts. So wish Marcus well. I know I'm going to discuss more of who and what who I saw and what I saw today at the Houston Cougars Elite Camp tomorrow on our Folks Talking Sports show that starts at 6 p.m. Central Time. Got my man Sam Khan from The Athletic, who I've known since he was at UH, has agreed to join us. We're going to talk Big 12 and the AAC. It's part of the show. And then I'll toss in some Coug info. One little tidbit I'm going to say until tomorrow. A couple of things I'm going to say until tomorrow, both related to the Cougs. So that's good. Going to be fun. So tune into that for more sports talk, more Coug talk, and more Big 12 talk, college talk on Folks Talking Sports tomorrow. And we're talking more Rocket talk, of course, here on Let's Talk Houston Rockets. And a reminder, want to be a sponsor of these very popular shows, hit me up. You can email me. Most popular shows. Rockets are the most popular team on the channel. No question. But the Cougs shows and themes, I'm getting sponsors for them. Go figure. But all right, let's see. Center from overseas that everyone is supposed to be sleeping on. Michael, you're not talking about next year, are you? As in Victor Wembanyama. Because you're talking about Victor, nobody's sleeping on him. But that's next year's draft. So next Saturday, 9:30. I mean, it works. I like it. It's convenient for me. Well, it's kind of fun. It seems to work out for these night owls. So another late night with KG on Let's Talk Houston Rockets could work for next Saturday, June 18th, 9:30 start. Dave Nwaba, I think his days as a Rocket are numbered. I don't believe you can have Nwaba and Children Queen on the team, on the roster. So that's me. And deeper you get into the Rockets rotation, Rockets need to upgrade their bench. And you get better guys than Nwaba. That big man from France, that's Victor. Yeah, that's Victor Wembanyama. Yeah, how tall is Victor? 7 feet, 7'1". More skills than Chet. He's the first pick in the draft next year. Projected to be first pick in the draft. No question. What happened at Fondy? I had not something bad happen at Fondy, Mudbone. I hoped to go Sunday, but couldn't make it. So before we sign out, tell me what happened at Fondy. Is it bad? Is it good? So put that up there before we sign out on this edition of the Let's Talk Houston Rockets. Had almost as many, 56, 57 people tuning in. Bobo, no. He's not ready yet. He's just not ready yet. He's some talent, but where good, what does he excel at? He does a lot of things okay, but what does he excel at? What does he do well enough to stay on the floor? And right now, not enough. So nothing. Okay, so is there talent? Oh, yeah. Oh, no question. There's talent there. That's good to see. Not like it was back in the day, but it's getting back to it. Back in the day. Showing my age right there. So, yeah, Kai Soto, just relax. No. So folks are high on Kai. Some folks on here are high on Kai Soto. Yeah, he can go undrafted. It might be better for him to go undrafted. because then you get the opportunity to pick the team that you believe gives you the best chance to make the roster. Because sometimes in the second round, team picks you and they got 5 guys at your spot. So it's about I love how Kyle Soto's name pops up on this show. every show, the last 2 or 3 shows, Kofi Cockburn, second round. Big fella. Another era, a different era, NBA. He'd be first round pick. But Kofi, this is a different era. But he's a strong young man. And I think he definitely has a role in today's NBA. Just not as large a role as he would have had in a different era of the NBA. So with that, went beyond my 60-minute plan, which is always good. Rockets do not currently have a second round pick. No, but they could, buy a pick, trade a pick to get somebody who they believe they have ranked high on their board, who's available to them. So yes, but right now they do not have a second round pick in the 2022 NBA draft. As of today, as of right now, 3rd and 17th pick in the 2022 draft. As I wrap it up, for those who are joining right now, late to it, Rafael Stone, saw Rafael today at UH, the Guy V. Lewis Development Center, watching his son play on the John Lucas Elite team, on the 15 under team. Yep. 15. That team has an 8th grader. I got it. His first name is Evan. Young fella, nice. 8th grade. Luke likes him. He got a bright future. He's nice. 8th grade. He's about 6'4", 6'5" in the 8th grade. Yeah. It was good to be back out there seeing some up and comers. Hit the like button. I'm not good at promoting myself. I got to be better at that. I know. Hit the like button. All the videos on this channel. I think I'm getting close to 1,000 videos on the Houston Roundball Review YouTube channel. I'm enjoying live stream shows. I'm enjoying the interview shows, the interview podcasts. I like doing these videos. It was a time 2 years ago I didn't like doing this and like have my face on camera, but I like it. I like the interaction with the fans. You guys are part of the family now, the basketball family of the Houston Roundball Review family. So really appreciate the love. Subscribe to the channel. I'd like to get up to 7,000 subscribers. I'm got a ways to go to get there. So get that and onward and upward. It's not just Rockets on this channel. Got some good news to share regarding the Cougs in this channel. So got that. Got Texans Talk on this channel with AD Moore and AdMax Corner. Have more content with him and Texans Talk and NFL. That playlist is going to be growing soon. Got good news to share with his channel going forward. So good things are in the pipeline. Just got to keep pushing forward. Thank you, as always, everybody, for participating in these great Let's Talk Houston Rockets. You guys have great questions, hilarious comments at times as well. Support the channel. Visit the blogs. And I got back on the Google ads. Easy way to support the Houston Roundball Review monetarily is click those Google ads. Click those a few times. Click them on a blog post. They're on some of the articles. More of the articles are Coug related. I don't do much Rocket write-ups, game story stuff. I have done that for a few seasons. Might get back into that at some point. But the Rocket videos is where I hang my hat right now. I do the UH article write-ups more for the Cougs because I got the Final Four coming here next year. So I'm going to be all in for that in 2023. And when Rockets get back rolling and kicking behind in the playoffs, then I'll be shifting gears and doing more writing on them. But it's video content here on the channel, Rocket related. Rocket fans seem to enjoy it, get a big kick out of it, participating in these streams. So it's a lot of fun. So as always, it's great to talk with you guys. 9:30 start seemed to be a big hit. So try to do it again next Saturday, June 18th. So until then, y'all take care. Be good to each other. Stay out of trouble. See you next Saturday. Peace.